latest in college esports from the students that play.
Go behind the scenes at the schools that game.
The only place where esports are
on campus.
Hello everyone and welcome back to CheckpointXP On Campus, your #1 resource for collegiate esports in the world beyond. I'm your host, Norris Howard, joined by Daniel Agbuya and Jacob Brothers at the UNLV studios. What's cracking, gentlemen?
How's it going, folks?
Hello.
Yeah, well, we're going to start out this week talking about a big tournament that went down in CSL. Now, that's Collegiate Star League, if you are unfamiliar. They, a little bit earlier this year, announced that they were going to be partnering with DreamHack for a number of collegiate events. So, they're in collegiate events at every DreamHack heretofore for the rest of the year in North America. So DreamHack Anaheim was the first stop on that tour, and they had a really, really amazing League of Legends bracket that they ran out there. And let me tell you guys, I'm not sure if you had a chance to watch it, but if you want to see some absolute just destruction on Summoner's Rift, go and watch this VOD, because the match between Arizona State and University of California, the Golden Bears, this was absolutely nuts. Did you guys get a chance to peek at it at all?
I have not, but when I see that a match goes to the 38th minute, or longer than that.
It went to how long?
Well, it went to 38 minutes, and when I've watched Maryville's games and it's not that, I imagine a match that goes to almost twice as long as a Maryville match is probably pretty exciting. Because you finally get to see like the metagame, you know, you get to see the dragon control, you get to see the Baron, you get to see like actual parts of the game, while Maryville's like, we're just gonna kill you and win.
That's what's up.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely amazing. You did see a lot of strategy, but at the same time, what you saw was an absolute bloodbath. Game 1 had over 40 kills.
Ooh, love to see that.
And if you are unfamiliar with League of Legends, there are pro matches that can go, you know, 5-1, 4-1. 6-3, and they can go and win the match. And to have 40 kills is absolutely insane. There were parts of the match that just looked like both teams looked at each other and said, "We're just gonna fight. This is over. We don't care anymore." But both of these teams had already played each other in the previous week, and what they were looking forward to was sort of a revenge game, especially coming from California. Cal had been beaten by Arizona State, and they were looking for that revenge in this grand finals, and they were able to take it to them. Now, here's the crazy thing. Arizona State has not lost this year up until this tournament. So in game 1, when they take over 25 kills and lose in about 30 minutes, it was absolutely ridiculous to see a team do that to Arizona State, who have been so dominant throughout the year. The second game didn't change very much. There were less kills. They were a little bit more in control, but eventually Cal came out on top, winning that game in about 38 minutes. And Jacob, you're right. You did get to see a lot more of the strategy involved in this second match. You saw a lot more of the meta game unfold. But the Diana for California was absolutely dominant. Every fight going in, pulling people into the R, and it was an absolute masterclass in how to team fight by the end of that second match. So I'm telling you now, if you want to see a really good, exciting League of Legends match at the college level, go and check this out. And also, remember that in CSL, there will be more DreamHack events. So if you find yourself at DreamHack Atlanta or DreamHack Montreal, make sure you're there to catch all sorts of cool CSL stuff coming up. But I know you guys have heard enough from me. We are going to be talking to these guys because they got a chance to go to the LVL-UP Convention out in Las Vegas and do all sorts of cool stuff and talk to all sorts of cool people. So we are going to talk about that when we return, coming up next on Checkpoint XP on Campus. Welcome back to Checkpoint XP on Campus, the #1 resource for collegiate esports and video games. Your host, Norris Howard here. Listen, if you are on a college campus and you want to be a part of the show, make sure you guys submit and let us know over on the website, CheckpointXP.com. There's this little submission box right when you hit the Checkpoint XP on Campus tab that lets you submit any story, anything going on in the world of esports on your campus. So make sure you guys go to that website, checkpointxp.com, as well as hit us up on all of our social medias. That is CheckpointXP on Facebook and Twitter _XP on Instagram. Now, our crew got a chance to experience the wonderful Level Up Conference out in Las Vegas. Jacob and Daniel, they were also there. Everybody, we had all hands on deck there at the Level Up Convention. So we wanted to get their sort of takes on that really cool event. So guys, what was it like out there? What was the vibe? I saw there was a lot of classic games. What went down and how'd you enjoy it?
First of all, I just want to say our squad rolls deep. There were a lot of us there. Huge thank you to Checkpoint and the Level Up Expo people to letting us cover the event. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, when I got there, Naruto ran up to Kevin and I said, "What is up, my anime-loving brother? Where is the Sonic X panel?" So I can confirm that it was a very fun event. It was my first anime anything, so it was kind of fun because I just got into My Hero Academia, so I show up and I'm like, oh, I recognize these characters. That's kind of super cool.
But one thing I want to talk about Level Up Expo, it is really a unification of just about, if it is remotely geeky, if it's anime, comics, gaming, wrestling, it's going to be there, it's going to have a presence, and it's just going to show a lot of love, and that's just amazing to see.
It was kind of weird to see, like, oh, here's a Halo and Smash tournament over here, and then here you can play a Dreamcast, and over here they're throwing people out of a ring, and then you can go buy some prints, or you can buy a video game t-shirt.
Or you can meet Steve Bloom.
Or you can meet Steve Bloom. So it was a very divisive event, which I thought was cool.
It was divisive, but it never felt divisive in that everyone felt like they had to be one side or the other. Everyone just loved what they loved, and they had to share that with other people, and that was great to see. Yeah,
it was more of like a fandom convention than like a video game convention or an anime convention.
So obviously we were there. We got to cover a lot of events. We got to see the like so many members of the Overwatch voice crew there. They had a great panel.
And a lot of Dragon Ball voice actors.
A lot of Dragon Ball voice actors. We got the chance to see Nolan North and Troy Baker, two of the biggest names
in indie startups, you know.
Yes, and some indie stars, yes, some lesser known voice actors, but they were awesome to meet. What were some of your highlights?
There were a lot of unique panels. There was like a teamwork bomb game that it was Keep Talking No One Explodes, probably like similar to that vein. There was like a dub your own anime, or if you just wanted to listen to Overwatch people talk about their experiences, or the Dragon Ball people talk about their experiences. And so the panels were kind of all over the place, which was awesome. But there was a lot of different tournaments. There's a Minecraft tournament, Fortnite, Smash, Halo.
Can I just say there was a huge esports presence at Level Up Expo. And one thing that was great to see about that is you got to see it was run by fans for fans, because we also got to see college students get a chance to really wet their feet in terms of getting the commentary, streaming. You got to see that, and you're going to see the first back experience. And for a lot of people, this is their first time doing it. And a lot of them were killing it.
Yeah,
it was great to see.
Even the Smash tournaments, like even some of it was non-traditional. Like there was like some 2v2 stuff going on. You're like, oh, that's kind of weird.
I think cool. Was there a crew battle? I think there was at least one crew battle.
Probably.
Yes. Yeah. So, oh man, it's just a great time for all. I honestly do think Level Up Expo as a convention is probably going to be the premier like nerd convention in Las Vegas for a long time.
Yeah, the attendance was very high.
Yes.
Because I got there a little late and I walked up there and I was like, oh, this is a lot. There's like 200 people just lined up.
Yes.
Let alone the people that are already indoors.
So I have a quick question for Daniel. Now I saw some footage of you getting absolutely manhandled in Tecmo Bowl. And first of all, word out to Kevin Kelly for not even using Bo Jackson until the play I saw. But listen, we know that's a rule break. But listen, how on earth did you play Tecmo Bowl and let somebody pick LA and you didn't pick the Chicago Bears? How did you not do that?
Because
what's wrong with you, Daniel?
I have brand loyalty, Norris. I love my San Francisco 49ers for better or for worse, even no matter how much they disappoint me. Okay?
No, well, you disappointed social media and you disappointed me and you made us look amateurish. I'm so happy that whoever it was that we beat or whoever it was that beat you was from Checkpoint. I'm so happy it was Kevin, because if that was somebody from the outside, we would have lost all of our credibility. So thank you very much for at least keeping it in-house.
Norris, in my defense.
No, I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear
defense.
It. I'm going to say this.
Segment. No.
I beat myself.
I don't want to hear it.
It was me beating me, not Kevin beating me. He didn't win. He didn't win.
At least you have Ethan joining you because he got annihilated in Dr. Mario as well. So at least you're not a lonely loser.
No, it's true. But either way, this just goes to show that we demand excellence at Checkpoint XP on campus, and we can't have people losing in Tecmo Bowl in a game where there's only 2 buttons that you ever need to press.
Tough luck.
Besides, anyway, we're going to have more coming up from Checkpoint XP on campus, as well as more coverage about the LVL-ing Convention. So make sure you guys stick around, because our Galaxy brain, Jacob Brothers, is going to be breaking down some really, really, really cool Overwatch stuff. The grand finals of TESPA. So make sure you guys are there for more Checkpoint XP on campus. Stick around.
Happy Black History Month, everyone. I'm Diane, and here at Checkpoint XP on campus, we would like to celebrate the lives of those who achieved success in the video game industry. Jerry Lawson is the designer of the Fairchild F video game console, which was the first one to utilize interchangeable cartridges. Thank you to Jerry for all of your hard work.
Honestly, it was really surreal. The moment just shocked me. I was like, oh my god, we're playing for state title.
I felt really nervous because I knew all the other team and I knew they were pretty good.
We shouldn't have made it to the state finals, but we did because we played as a team.
You know, I was a little nervous coming into it because I've heard that this team that we faced was really good, and they were indeed. They did take a game off us, but ultimately, when we finally actually did win, I feel accomplished.
It feels great. It's great to be a part of something for this high school. I'm just really, really proud of these guys.
It felt really good when we went to state championship because I knew all my hard work was paid off, and you see, we won.
This plaque means that all of our work that we put in for preseason, the beginnings of the season, and all the way to this point, this was our achievement. This is our goal. This was what we wanted, and we got it.
My favorite esports moment has been just this championship this year, and hopefully more championships to come. But again, having a venue like this for the kids to participate in is just amazing.
Welcome back to Checkpoint XP on campus, your #1 resource for collegiate esports, and one of the biggest tournaments and biggest names in collegiate esports is TESPA. They're run by Blizzard, so you already know we got to slide over to the Galaxy brain and Andromeda mind of the Overwatch League college scene. That's Jacob Brothers, and he's going to let us know all about the varsity grand finals of TESPA and Overwatch. So take it away, Jacob.
The Andromeda mind is awesome. I love that.
Jacob, I'm a little confused. The varsity finals, but the year just started.
Oh yeah, this is the finals of 2019. It was only, just a slight multi-month break.
Oh.
Yeah, in between the semifinal and final, but that's okay. So I do highly recommend watching this game because it is only 54 minutes long, counting in between rounds, which might kind of show what happened here. So game 1, Busan, 2-0 Maryville. The first round, Maryville's just nuts. These guys are gross. They have contenders backgrounds. They have some I think even some World Cup background. So for pretty much the entire series, the only difference as far as compositions go is everyone was running Rhine, Diva for Maryville, Orisa for Utah, and then May, McCree, Moira, Lucio. Now, Norris, this is not a trick question. If a Rhine is playing against a Reinhardt and an Orisa, and the other Rhine is playing against just a Reinhardt and Diva, who should have an easier time landing ultimates?
I would definitely say the team that has the double shield. Shouldn't they have an easier time?
Yeah, they should have an eeasier time. That is exactly what did not happen. So in the first round is a 100-0 capture. Rat and Horchik I don't know how to pronounce that one. They're running a McCree in May, and I found out that you can use the McCree ult through a May wall. Like, you can't shoot through it, but you can line up your shot, and then you drop the wall and you fire. Oh. That usually get about 1 to 2 kills. Map 1 was mostly like, hey, we're going to throw our bodies at each other, and Cameron shatters, Cameron being Maryville's tank, their Rhine. He's gross. The real game started in game 2, where it was a 3-2 King's Row, and all Maryville needs to win a game is just one successful ult. You have Cameron come around the corner. Oh, I noticed 2 shields. Let me get a 4-man anyway, or a 5-man, or a 6-man, which was most of his ults. Utah, on the other hand, has ult investment issues. Their Rhine, the Nightmare, he'd be like, oh, we're in a 3v5. Let me throw an ult and lose the engagement, even though we were already down in the fight. And so you would like, they would get an ultimate, and like say if somehow Maryville's Rhine didn't get a good ultimate, suddenly a self-destruct gets someone, or suddenly a blizzard gets someone. Or just kind of, let me just take, pulling from the quotes of the chat of Utah about MVP Cameron. So to quote the chat, Cameron just doesn't die. Someone kill Cameron. Sheesh, oof, and the broken heart emoji. Cameron was the MVP of this whole series. Utah did try Symmetra, but that means that Cameron was getting shatters through Symmetra shield, Orisa shield, and Rhine shield.
No shield is
Usually
safe.
all of them being alive. Just, oh wait, you guys aren't using your shield? Boom. Rat's Doomfist was also nuts. Game 3, Rialto. In the first minute of Game 3, Cameron gets a quad kill in Utah spawn.
Wait.
In the first minute.
How does that even happen?
He walked up to their spawn and swung his hammer a lot. And so when they were finally able to push the payload about like the 2 feet they pushed it, it's because they were able to bring out a Bastion and May, because that was Utah's previous strategy back in a different meta where that worked really well. And when it was Maryville's time to push, Utah decided to respond with a Torbjorn. So Maryville came out of their spawn and killed it and pushed it like the 2 feet to the victory. So the one thing I could say is that people were saying that Utah's tank zombie was primarily a Sigma main. So once Sigma got nerfed a little bit and it wasn't like the core of the meta, that might have helped them crumble a little bit, which is one detriment of having such a big gap in between, like,
I was gonna say, yeah,
in the
did
playoffs.
that nerf happen?
Like that's something that could like actually have impacted the game, right? But more or less, and I do actually recommend watching the series because it is a very fun series to watch and the production value is good, is that Maryville won because Cameron was being illegal. Crackalakin's Diva just helped run the show, be it with a self-destruct or just some support. Horchik's Blizzards almost always found value, at the very least like a minimum of 2 to 3 people. Rat has a constant DPS with a deep pocket. We saw McCree. We saw maybe a little bit of Hanzo. We saw some Reaper. We just saw some deep. We saw Widow for a little bit as well. So we had a deep pocket. Panic's Ana did great because Ana would just ult the Rhine, and when you ult a Rhine, that can land all of his skill shots and his ultimate regularly. You win every fight. And then Max Lucio was very consistent.
Wow. So again, another dominant performance from Maryville University, and at this point, when we're talking about collegiate Overwatch, there's nobody else really on that level. There's nobody else anywhere close. And so we thank you, Andromeda Mind, for that absolutely amazing breakdown. We're going to have more coming up here on Checkpoint XP on campus, where we're going to be talking about more about the Level Up Conference, as well as awesome Black contributors to the world of esports. So stick around, guys. More coming up on Checkpoint XP on campus.
Celebrating Black History Month, we'd like to recognize Andrew Augustin. He's best known for Super Ubi Island and is a contributor to Sims 3 Pets. I'm Diane, and happy Black History Month.
Hey, what's up? It's Weirdbeard, and this is your CSL Power Rankings for the week of February 24th. In Dota 2, there was no changes to the rankings because last week, no games were played. Playoffs start next week, so let's check back in on last week's rankings for Dota 2.
Doom's a little bit tanky. I think he should be safe. Hey, there's a Cold Embrace from Xanthos, making his presence known. Puck taking damage, saved by Oracle. Doggy comes in, Doom on Oracle. I think Doggy's gonna fall. Yes, he is. Now we have the rest of RIT making their way here, save for a farming Drow. Doom falls, Razor falls, SBU.
That was a really
weird.
In League of Legends, we still can't update our rankings. Playoffs are currently going on, but because so many matches remain unreported, we can't make a change to any of the rankings from last week. Let's check back in on what they looked like the last time we saw them.
Jimmy, though, it's a bold one to try to turn around. Couldn't run, so he tried to get the hook. Wasn't able to find it. Backred's back, baby. And Adam W., well, he's feeling the pain of that one. Michael Bacon feeling good about this one, but how good can you feel? The barrier is popped. The stun is there. It's all Leona, but the triple kill credit going to Michael Bacon in a huge one.
In Counter-Strike Global Offensive, only 2 teams changed positions. Michigan State lost 0-2 to Virginia Commonwealth University. Other than that, the rankings stayed exactly the same. Let's see what the updated ones look like.
You can try and play bro time, but at this point it seems so unlikely. And Jack in a position to hold him up here. He's caught destined to lose. 1, 2, 3 flag for him. That is phenomenal from him. At a match point found for Carnage and Arbor Esports. I mean, they're stuck. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place, and this is getting even more difficult now with the lack of utility.
That's it for your CSL Power Rankings. You want to know everything about collegiate esports? You can find out anything you need to know by heading to our website at CheckpointXP.com.
Welcome back to Checkpoint XP on Campus, your #1 resource for the world of collegiate esports. Your host Norris Howard here, but we're going to throw it right now to a really cool interview that Daniel did with Mahan about opportunities at college for esports players. Now, Mahan is from the UNLV organization known as 8-Bit. They are the gaming and esports org out there. So let's take a look at that interview right now.
What up, guys? It is Daniel from Checkpoint XP on Campus here, and we're still here at Level Up, and I'm here to talk to Mahan, a member of UNLV's 8-Bit, but little known fact, also commentates games. So, Mahan, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
So, how long have you been commentating?
This is my first time.
This is your first time, and you're killing it. I have to say, you are absolutely killing it. So, what are your thoughts on colleges embracing esports?
I think it's great. I've been doing college esports this is my 3rd year, and I work with the League of Legends team specifically. So I think it's just great. You know, I talk to other universities as well. I just really enjoy it.
And where do you see college esports going in, say, like 5 years?
Hopefully, I want to see all the universities have like scholarship programs, varsity programs. Like Boise has one. We're in the talks of having one as well, from what I've heard, and a lot of other schools are as well.
And, you know, it's awesome that players are getting such opportunities at esports. What about for us college students, those who aren't necessarily players or aren't good enough to play? What do you think can benefit from college esports?
I think if they have more funding, like we can get better computers for them. So when we have like our, for example, for 8-Bit, we have like Friday events. They have better computers to play on that can have like more games, better FPS. And so we can all just kind of like make a community out of it and just come together and learn and just have fun.
What about things like people who want to learn how to broadcast, how to stream, how to commentate? You think that's something that they can learn from college esports?
Yeah, definitely. So Boise has this program where, you know, they broadcast their own games. They have the players. They have people that are in like broadcast like majors, and they do the broadcast for their whole like esports program. So it can happen at any university.
Look at that. Any major can somehow get involved in college esports. That is really cool. We're here at Las Vegas' own Level Up Expo, but you notice that we got Sailor Mercury here. She's not just Sailor Mercury. She's the newest member of the Checkpoint XP on Campus team. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Grace Lee. The first thing I want to check out today is the Artist Alley to see all the kawaii art.
All right, let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Grace. I'm here with Miguel. We're here in front of his booth. Do you mind telling me a little bit about yourself and your shop?
In my shop? I'm an artist. I draw things. Specifically, I draw things for conventions and tournaments, a lot of fan art and stuff for video games that I enjoy, mostly like Super Smash Brothers, fighting games like Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball Fighter, Street Fighter, stuff like that.
And what inspired you to start doing art?
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just say like Sonic the Hedgehog, honestly. When I was little, I would just draw all the games that I played as a kid, and Sonic is like the funnest thing to draw when you're like 5 years old.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Oops Studios with Lily. Do you mind telling me a little bit about yourself?
So I guess I started drawing about 2 years ago, but professionally I'm actually a clinical research coordinator, so I actually do art on the side for fun.
And what inspired you to start doing art?
I don't know, I guess I've always wanted to draw, but you know, classic Asian parents didn't let me. But now I'm older, so I can.
Yeah, for sure. And do you play any esports games yourself?
I only play Overwatch.
Oh, that's cool. Who do you play?
I play anyone I want.
Sounds good. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks.
We want to thank Diane and Grace for that really awesome interview out at Artist Alley of Level Up. If you want more information on Level Up or see more of the really cool images and videos that these guys put together out at Level Up, make sure you go on over to the website CheckpointXP.com, where you will be able to see all the cool stuff that these guys got to experience out there. But we're going to have more coming up on Checkpoint XP on Campus, where we're going to talk about a few really awesome contributors to the world of esports, African-American contributors to the world of esports, in celebration of the closing of Black History Month. So make sure you guys stick around for that.
Are at Level Up Expo. Holy crap, look at the huge line.
Love your hair, love your ring, love your nails. Thank you for your time.
Welcome back to Checkpoint XP on Campus, your #1 resource for esports at the college level. And as you've been seeing throughout the show, we've been highlighting African-American contributors to the world of gaming. And we also wanted to take time at the end of the show to do so for esports. So Jacob's going to start off letting us know who are one of the biggest names in the world of esports, African-American names in the world of esports. So take it away, Jacob.
Yeah, this is just a little unknown name named Dominic McLean, who is known as Sonic Fox. So Sonic Fox has kind of had a very wild career. You could say at 21 years old, Sonic Fox has approximate winnings of 641,861.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's pocket change, you know. Sonic Fox has also dabbled in the games of Street Fighter, Tekken, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Mortal Kombat, Injustice, Soul Calibur, and Skullgirls. But Sonic Fox, you're not playing Sonic Fighters. I don't know why you have this name. You're not playing Sonic Fighters. You know, talk to me what to do, you know? But no, Sonic Fox
It's because no one's playing Sonic Fighters.
How dare you? Sonic Fox has won first place in 21 tournaments. So, kind of a dynasty. Just a tad.
A one-person dynasty.
A one-man dynasty. One-person dynasty.
All right. As for myself, you cannot talk about the FGC and not talk about Steve Scott, aka Tasty Steve. At 35 years old, he is one of the pillars of the FGC. He does commentary for Dragon Ball FighterZ, but is mostly well known for Tekken. He did coverage for EVO, Combo Breaker, and the Tekken World Cup, and probably one of the biggest hype men at FGC. I've had the opportunity to meet him multiple times. One of the most nicest guys ever.
Yeah, if you have ever watched a fighting game tournament that is casted by Tasty Steve, you are in for a unique treat. He and Rip together make probably the most exciting duo in all of the FGC to have behind the mic. So you definitely want to check it out whenever you see that they are on the mic. And I am also going to bring up one of my personal favorites and really personal heroes is a gentleman by the name of Zachary Black, but he also goes by AfroMoon. Now, AfroMoon is the first black player in the LCS, that is the North American Pro League for League of Legends. He is also the first support player to ever win MVP for a split. That was the 2018 Spring Split Finals, and he's a champion. He's won the LCS championship in 2015. I wanted to make sure I got that year right because I always call it 2016 for some reason, but 2015, where he won with his bot lane mate Double Lift. That's right, the GOAT, Double Lift, with CLG way back in 2015. He's been to Worlds multiple times. This is a guy that is super nice, always willing to talk to the community, always willing to appear on the desk when they ask him, and a great guy, and really one of the stalwarts of esports in terms of longevity, consistency, and being able to perform at a high level. So we want to highlight these three awesome contributors to the world of esports, and we're gonna see a lot more, I hope, when it comes to next year. I hope that next year is just a whole litany of esports athletes across the country that we can do this episode about. But unfortunately, that's going to be it for this week. We are going to miss you guys, but there's going to be more Checkpoint XP on campus coming back next week. Want to thank everybody that helps out with the show, everyone out there at UNLV, especially our desk folks. That's Jacob Brothers and Daniel Agbuya, as well as all the faculty that help out behind the scenes in the camera crews, editors, and the sort. We want to thank Weirdbeard here, who helps us out in the Detroit studios with all of our visuals here, as well as everyone out there for watching. So we hope and demand that you return next week for more Checkpoint XP on campus.
Take care of yourselves, guys.
Love you.
Toodles.